Hello and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Hayley Palmer. It's so good to have you on tonight's show because we have such an exciting show for you because we are joined by Nadia Suliaman from BBC's The Apprentice, and here is what happened when I caught up with her. Nadia, how are you doing?
Good, my lovely. Thank you for having me.
Do you know what? This is a lovely moment because we actually know each other previously to me finding out that you were on The Apprentice.
I know. Can you believe it?
I
think
can't.
It was one of those moments where you turned the TV on and you were like, that's Nadia. What's going on?
Yeah, I was actually reporting for a radio station. They went, oh, can you just sit down and go through all the contestants? I was like, yep, no problem. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I know her. I love her. How has this happened? Which we're going to be talking about later on. But we are here at your salon, one of your 4 salons, and in Knightsbridge, opposite Harrods. Love it. And what's it been like for you?
I mean, it's just been like a dream come true, you know, so much like a whirlwind, so many things going on. I mean, keeping it all a secret.
That would be the worst thing for me because when someone tells me, can you keep a secret? I'm like, sure. I just tell my mum and my best friend.
I know. It's one of those things where it's like I'm so glad it's out in the open, you know. It's been so difficult.
You filmed this back in April.
Back in April, girl, yeah. And I mean, that is a long time before it airs.
That's a long time to keep quiet.
Exactly. And also just like, you know, I've got so many members of staff that rely on me and they're like, where are you, girl? Like, where have you gone? And
what did you say?
I'm in Dubai. I am in weddings. You know, all sorts of mad excuses have come out. But we had like a whole story of like me being in the process of like where I am. So there's always this changing thing. And I'm like, you know, go to this person, go to that person. They're like, but like, where is Nadia? And I'm just not sure they were buying it, you know, Hayley. I think they were a bit like suspicious.
And what have they said now? Are they delighted?
Now they're like, I knew there was something going on. I knew there was something exciting. But they're so delighted. They're so happy for us. And I think, you know, our team's like a family, right? You know, people have been in the business for years. They absolutely love working with us. I don't see it as work. I see it as a big, massive family. And I think that's just so important to have. So, yeah, once they found out about this, they were like, we are supporting, we are tuning in, we love it.
Team Nadia, I love it. Well, we're going to go into your first song on the show, which is Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Sorry, this needs to be up full blast.
100%.
Why this song?
So, Bonnie Tyler's from Swansea. She's a Welshie. She lives around the corner from where my parents currently live.
Oh.
It's a fantastic song. It's a song that's close to me. And it's a song that I can give away now. I sung in one of my interviews for The Apprentice.
So... You had to sing the whole song?
Well, I sung a little bit of it. I had to show off my singing skills. And this was a banger. So I belted this out and it was fab. I loved it.
We might get her to sing it on Instagram. Here we go.
I could do that.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and...
So let's rewind how this started, because was it something you always wanted to do, go on The Apprentice, or were you just something like, actually, you know what, live life, laugh, let's go?
Do you know what? I used to watch The Apprentice growing up. And
yeah, I did.
It was a huge part of, you know, my Thursday evenings or, you know, just watching it and just thinking, wow, like, that is awesome. One day I am going to be this strong businesswoman. I'm going to make it. I just knew it. I'm going to move up to London. You know, my parents were in London quite a lot growing up. So I used to kind of come into London and Swansea back and forth. And I used to drive through Knightsbridge and I used to think, wow, I love this area. It's so luxury. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And one day I'm going to be here. I'm going to do it. And just making it there was just incredible. But being on the show, on The Apprentice, was one of my dreams. And, you know, applying for it, I just thought, just go for it. Just do it, girl. You know, what's the worst that can happen? But 80,000 candidates every year apply.
How many it is?
It's a lot of candidates.
And also, it's one thing just saying, oh, I'd like to go on The Apprentice or I'd like to move to London. But actually doing that is two different things, isn't it? So actually having to get up and go to make it happen is, you know, such a great feeling, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I mean, it's challenging, right? You know, you're competing, you want to shine, you want to look the best. You've got to demonstrate so many different skill sets in what you're doing. But going and doing it and, you know, getting through the interviews, I just remember getting that call back in March.
I was going to say, what was that moment? How did they let you know? Was it a phone call, a text or an email?
It was a phone call, it was a Zoom call. And I just remember feeling like...
Where were you?
Oh my God, I was in the house at the time.
Good.
And I just couldn't believe it. I had to sit down, take a moment. I was just completely overwhelmed. I was like, this is fantastic. This is my dream. And, you know, when you're applying for it, you know, I didn't think for 1 second I was going to get on it. I thought, you know, not because of abilities or anything like that, but more down to the fact that there's so many people applying. You know, how are they going to see me shine? Like, what is it going to be about me that's going to stand out? And I just think going through it all was just fantastic. The process was brilliant.
It was your time.
It was my time. Time to shine.
Yeah, baby. 2025.
Yeah.
Where was the actual place that you did the audition? Because we haven't got a clue at home how it all works.
Yeah, sure. So we auditioned over in Fremantle, which is obviously Tottenham Court Road. You go through multiple different stages of the interview. You know, they ask you all different questions about yourself, you know, all different tasks on how to sell things. And there's loads of different, you know, processes they go to screen you to get you to a point of, you know, is this person fit and ready to get on the show? Like, can we see them doing this show? Can we see them, you know, excelling? Or, you know, what kind of character are we going to bring? And yeah, I mean, the process is just awesome. You know, you apply online, obviously, you get, if you get lucky, you get selected for the first stage. And, you know, you get that kind of quick intro into like who you are. And you've just got to sell yourself from the onset and you've got to stand out. And it's really important that you do that. And you make sure that you give as much information as you can about yourself, but also just do it in a, you know, a salesy technique and get that across the line.
Yeah, and I guess most of it is a mindset, isn't it? Believing you can do it.
Yes.
And having that mindset going, actually, I'm not going to crack under the pressure. That'd be me. And just being like, no, I've absolutely got this. You're not going to get me. And I feel like when I saw you, that is how you came across. It's just like, no, I'm in complete control.
Yeah, I mean, confidence is everything, right? In everything you do. Even if you don't think you're capable of doing it, just say you can and believe it anyway. You know, there's no failure in giving things a go. And I'm a strong believer in that. If you don't try, you don't get. If you don't put yourself out there, you don't achieve. And fundamentally, you just need to be in a position where you are just giving it your all. And just don't think about, you know, the little voices in your head telling you can't, or maybe you're not good enough, or maybe, you know, why do you deserve to be there? Just be you. And people will always love you for who you are because it's authentic, it's unique, it's iconic, and it's who you are.
Yes. I feel like we should do motivational speaking.
100%.
We need this every morning. I need a Nadia alarm clock that can just wake me up and go, you can do it, you're enough.
You can do it. Let's get some manifestation in here. And I love that. And I am, you know, a positive person. I never think negatively. It's just not in my DNA. I wake up in the morning, I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm driven, you know, I have my coffee. I think, what am I going to do today? Where am I going to go? Like, how am I going to get through today being positive? And no matter what knockbacks you get, this is the kind of mindset that you have to have. And it is a hell of a lot of resilience that comes with this show. Yeah. It is all about how much you get back up and keep striving forward and keep moving.
I think that's good advice, actually, because so many people say in the industry, you know, presenting or going on The Apprentice, it's kind of like just knowing that you're enough and how you deal with rejection as well. So I used to cry for days, and now I'm like, you know what, I'm going to buy Ben & Jerry's ice cream, eat it, cry, then get back up again. And it's having that mentality of going, yes, you're going to get knocked down, or you might be a bit embarrassed, or what are people going to think, but you go, no, it is pushing forward. And I think it's great advice for people watching, coming up from college, university, 100%. What they're going to do with their lives.
Onwards and upwards, always. Live by that motto, you know, what passes you by wasn't meant for you, you know. If it's yours, it will never pass you by. And that's why you've got to live your life, you know. If it wasn't meant for you, another door will open. You will always achieve in the end if you stay positive and you have a positive mindset, and you also, you know, put yourself in front of the right people and you take every opportunity that comes in front of you.
Yes. Which is why we're going to go out tonight. No,
there, where are we going, girl?
We're going on to the next song. I'm sorry, Beyonce. Run the world.
We do run the world.
We absolutely do. Here we go.
We do.
Woo! We've got a question from one of our lovely viewers, Kim, who says, what was the funniest moment on The Apprentice or behind the scenes? Is there something you're allowed to share with us?
Oh, it's a really good question. For me, I would say probably my facial expressions in episode 1. I have to say, like, based on the tasks that we were doing and the time pressures we're up against, I think they have given me a whole new face of expressions. And I must say, like, I find it so funny because...
What's the main sort of expression?
I feel like I am so happy inside, but actually on the outside, it's like, what is going on? Like, she's giving the glare, she's giving a side eye, she's flicking the hair like a diva.
Queen.
So I'd say it was quite a funny moment for me when I was replaying episode 1 last week. I was thinking, wow, that's hilarious, because a lot of people at home would be like, what is she thinking right now? Or what's not? And then people who know you be like, I know what she's thinking. But actually I was really happy and positive.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing how a facial expression can always come across as, you know, someone who's like, you know, a bit grumpy or a bit moody or, you know, kind of like not having it. But I felt that was quite a funny moment to watch the facial
We have to watch
expression.
on Thursday, won't we?
Yes.
To have a little look.
You will.
At
You
the
will
expressions.
indeed. You will.
Catch the little moments.
Thursday, tune in.
Yeah,
to see
absolutely,
more.
absolutely. We're going to go to your next song, which is Camila Cabello, Señorita.
Don't we just love a bit of Senorita? We're all Senoritas and ourselves. Yes, we are.
Here we go. Right, we've got a quick fire round for you, Nadia. I know, it's like
I'm
The Apprentice on this
excited.
show.
Tell me.
It's all going on. Okay, song that motivates you the most when you get ready in the morning.
Oh, Beyonce, Who Runs the World.
Woohoo! Best motivational quote.
Is my ability to turn dreams into reality.
Woohoo! Love it. A favourite Apprentice contestant.
Oh,
I
do you
put you
know
on the
what?
spot here.
I absolutely love Malika. Like, she is awesome. Like, she is so headstrong. She stands up for herself. She is an inspiration. She's an absolutely lovely girl with a huge heart, and she's also, you know, half Iranian. I'm half Iraqi. We always had that like kind of Middle Eastern queen vibe going on in there, and it was just brilliant. And I think she just gets like, you know, the other side of how you do business, right?
Yeah.
It's like fast moving, fast paced, you know, speak your mind. She understands what it's like to be in the bazaars, you know, out in Morocco, and how they hustle and how they make sales. So I loved her. She was great.
Yeah. I like Kia.
Kia is a vibe.
He's my favourite.
Rock, paper, scissors.
That's
was
my level of business,
hilarious.
yeah.
He was so funny.
Relatable, Kia. Thank you for that.
I love it. I love it. And also the tree hugging was a vibe.
Yes,
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
good.
And the yodeling. Best advice you've ever been given?
You know, don't listen to the naysayers. Really just go after what it is you want to do. Obviously, you have to take, you know, calculated risks. You can't take risks all the time. But if it all sums up, just go for it.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you no. You know, if I had listened to the world, I would never be where I am today. I would not own 5 hair salons. I would be, you know, in my 9-to-5 job. Not that there's anything wrong with a 9-to-5 job. Absolutely fantastic. But I would not have achieved what I really wanted to achieve. And I wouldn't have gone after my dreams because I would have, you know, just stopped myself. So I'm glad I did it. I stepped outside of my comfort zone and I made things happen.
Yes. And best party trick?
Oh, this is a good one.
I'm really putting you on the spot here.
I'm a bit of a karaoke queen. So for me, I can belt out a song as and when. I mean, you're going to ask me to do this now, aren't you? And I'm going to die.
And on that
note, let's just do a bit of Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yes! Woo! We'll see you after this. Now we have got another question from Millie, who says, talk us through your wardrobe because they loved your green iconic suit on the first show. We all want to know the secrets.
Oh, so the secrets behind it is getting the most vibrant suits and dresses that you can that stand out
Right.
on the show. But
I
obviously
tend
not
to dress
too
in black,
much.
you see.
See,
So that wouldn't work on The Apprentice.
It was so difficult for me because, to be honest with you, Hayley, I also love all the new colours, the black colours, the greys. I tend to live in black. I love it. And look at us matching today. Don't we just love this? So The Apprentice was a big one for me because I was like, I now actually have to introduce colour and so much colour. So I was, you know, online shopping. It was so difficult to choose all of those outfits as well. I mean, I cannot tell you. Things show up, they're the wrong sizes, they look different on, you know, online to what you're getting. Look different
on camera.
So, you know, when I come across the green iconic suit, I was literally like,
that's got your name on it.
Has got my name on it. And, you know, I've got a whole plethora of wardrobes, which, you know, I'm sure you guys can see on Instagram. And I would love to hear like what your guys' favourite dresses were and the colours. But yeah, I think green was up there for me. The next episode shows the power pink salmon suit, which I think is gorgeous with the white frilly shirt. And I feel like with the hair tied back, proper power vibes, the strap is all in.
It's how you dress, isn't it? It's quite important.
100%. It's all about, you know, how you dress, how you wear your hair, how you wear your makeup, you know, what your shoes look like. It's so important because that gives you the composure. Are you allowed to take a makeup artist
with you?
No. So you do absolutely everything yourself.
That would be the diva in me that'd be like, no, I'm sorry, I need my whole team around me.
Oh no, I literally thought when I was going in there that I was getting, you know, a full stylist, hairdresser.
Yeah.
The lot, you know, coming from a hair salon,
of course.
You do get these luxuries, right? But you literally get 20 minutes to get ready.
I was going to say, how long is it? 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
That's not enough time for me to have my Weetabix, let alone put my makeup and hair in together.
Honestly, Hayley, it was the biggest challenge of my life. But you just have to get into your mind, like, this is what I'm going to wear the next day. This is how my makeup's going to look. This is how my hair's going to look. And it is completely militant.
It's planning in advance.
20 minutes, stop.
And what time does the alarm go off?
I don't think there ever is an alarm. I think it's 24/7 a day. But, you know, it does go off quite early in the morning. You know, there's loads of early starts around 3, 4 a.m. Depending on what the task looks like for the day. But, you know, you are pretty much woken up, out of the bed, get ready, get on it, get ready for your day, you know, down for breakfast, get onto the coffee, and then straight in line for your kind of struts for the day.
Oh.
Which is really exciting.
Oh, yeah, love it.
Power walking all across London.
That's what I like to do anyway around London with my headphones in, with a bit of Beyonce.
Proper diva vibes.
Yeah, I could do that bit, just not the rest of The Apprentice.
I love it. I love it. I mean,
the walk and the hair flick.
It is really fun. It is so fun because, you know, the camera's constantly on you. You know, you're walking in the taxi, out of the taxi, from task to task, you know, and you never know where you're going. And this is the exciting thing about
I need to know.
You're a planner.
I'm a control freak.
Right.
I need to know what we're doing, what time can I have my snack.
I know, I do get that. And it is hard because when you like to plan everything and like know what you're doing, naturally in business you do that, right? You know where you're going the next day, and in your role as well, you know, presenting, it's like you know what you're doing, you know where you're going.
I always know what I'm doing.
You know you're going to talk to. So being thrown in the deep end is pretty much sink or swim. So it's like, you know, either you're going to get on with this and smash it, or, you know, you're going to sink, right? So you've just got no other choice. You just got to do the best you can.
Yeah.
You know, be the best team player you can as well, and, you know, listen to everybody and try and get your point across because, you know, fundamentally there is 18 candidates and there is only 1 hour episode. So, you know, you've got to do your thing in shining as well.
Yeah, which you absolutely did. And we're going to go into your next song, James Brown, A Man's World.
Yeah. Is it a man's world though? Without a woman or a girl?
What's your view on that?
Without a woman or a girl, right? I mean, I think it's such a powerful song for me. I love it because it just goes to show that everything in this world relies on everyone, and nobody is more important than anybody else. Everybody has an ability to help and achieve something, and it always needs a man and a woman and a girl and kids and everyone to make that happen. So
absolutely. Yeah. Well, we'll see you after this. Nadia, I could sit and talk to you all day because you're so motivating to be around. You've got the best energy, and I feel like sometimes life can be tough for people, and sometimes you just got to take those risks, like you say, keep pushing forward. So for anyone that's watching, we've got to keep going. We've got to look after each other.
Keep going, look after each other, bring each other up. If you bring other people up, the world will bring you up. I'm such a believer in that. And thank you so much, Hayley, because honestly, for having me on the show, it's brilliant. And it's brilliant to see you again, you know. Thanks for coming to the salon. Thanks for letting us slay that gorgeous blonde hair. I love it.
Anytime.
I love it.
Do you know what? It's a lovely moment for us because it's one thing kind of just seeing someone on telly and, you know, just seeing you in real life as well after it is wonderful. And we are all rooting for Nadia. So make sure you tune in on Thursday nights. And thank you so much. It's the wonderful Nadia from The Apprentice, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Huge thank you, Nadia from The Apprentice. What a guest. And thank you to you at home for supporting the show. It really is much appreciated. Thank you. Now, I will see you same time, same place next week. Stay safe. I'm Hayley Palmer, and I'll see you then.